Picture this. She's walking out the door, and your knees hit the floor. You beg, you plead, you promise everything. But what if I told you that one moment just shattered your self-respect forever? Today, Stoicism shows you why begging isn't weakness, it's suicide for your soul. Hey everyone, I'm Joseph, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we are diving deep into applying ancient Stoic principles to modern life, especially when it comes to relationships, self-respect, and building unbreakable inner strength. Today, we're tackling a topic that hits hard for a lot of guys out there. Why begging her to stay when she's walking out the door isn't just a temporary mistake. It's a decision that can shatter your integrity for life and leave you hurting in ways you never imagined. Look, I've been there. That gut-wrenching moment when the woman you love says she's done. Your world flips upside down, and every fiber of your being screams to drop to your knees, plead, promise the moon, anything to make her reconsider. But as a student of Stoicism, I've learned that this impulse, while natural, is one of the most self-destructive things you can do. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Begging, that's reacting from weakness, not wisdom. In this video, we're breaking it down stoically. The psychology behind why begging feels right but is wrong, the long-term damage to your self-respect, real-life examples from history and today, and practical steps to walk away with your head held high. Stick around till the end. I've got a Stoic exercise that'll help you rebuild if you've already slipped up. If this resonates, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on turning pain into power. Let's get into it. First, let's ground this in Stoic philosophy. The Stoics, philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, divided the world into two categories: things we can control and things we can't. Your thoughts, actions, and choices, that's your domain. Other people's feelings, decisions, and behaviors, completely out of your hands. When she decides to leave, that's her choice. Begging her to stay is like trying to control the weather by yelling at the sky, futile and foolish. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." By begging, you're surrendering that power. You're admitting that your happiness depends on her, not on you. And that's the beginning of the end for your integrity. Integrity, in Stoic terms, is living in alignment with virtue, courage, wisdom, justice, and temperance. Begging violates all of them. It shows a lack of courage to face reality, wisdom to see the truth, justice to respect her autonomy, and temperance to control your emotions. It's not just a momentary lapse, it's a betrayal of your core self. And once you cross that line, it's hard to come back. Why? Because you've set a precedent. You've shown yourself and her that you're willing to compromise your dignity for scraps of affection. Think about it. In the animal kingdom, the alpha doesn't beg. He stands firm. Humans are no different. Begging signals desperation, which erodes attraction and respect. Studies in psychology back this up. Attachment theory shows that anxious behaviors like pleading push people away, creating a vicious cycle. But Stoicism teaches us to break that cycle by focusing inward. Here are 5 reasons why begging her will ruin your integrity. 1. It violates the dichotomy of control. You surrender your power over what truly matters. The core of Stoicism, Epictetus especially, is distinguishing what is in your control, your judgments, actions, and virtue, from what is not, her feelings, decisions, or love. Begging is an attempt to force an external outcome you cannot control. This act of desperation hands your inner freedom to someone else, turning you into a slave even of a girl, as Epictetus warned about excessive attachment. You betray your own rational mind and accept that your peace depends on her whim, destroying the tranquility, ataraxia, that defines a Stoic life. 2. It betrays your virtue and erodes your character in the moment. Integrity means living in alignment with the 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Begging lacks all of them. No wisdom, you ignore reality and chase illusion. No courage, you flee from the pain of acceptance. No justice, you disrespect her autonomy and right to choose. No temperance, you let unchecked emotion rule you. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, you have power over your mind, not outside events. By begging, you actively choose vice over virtue, creating a fracture in your soul that feels immediate and shameful. 3. It signals and reinforces low self-worth, killing attraction and respect. From a Stoic lens, combined with human nature, begging broadcasts neediness and low value. It pushes her further away, creating resentment or pity instead of genuine desire, while confirming to yourself that you are unworthy of love without pleading. Seneca taught that we suffer more from imagination than reality. Begging amplifies suffering by turning temporary loss into prolonged humiliation. You teach both her and yourself that your dignity is negotiable, which poisons any future dynamic, even if she returns out of guilt. 4. It creates a habit of weakness that compounds over time. Stoicism views character as built through repeated actions, habits. One act of begging plants the seed of self-betrayal. The next time pain arises, in love, career, or any challenge, you are more likely to fold, plead, or compromise again. This cycle erodes self-respect permanently. As modern Stoic interpretations note, chasing disrupts your inner peace and diminishes your self-respect. What starts as one desperate moment becomes a pattern that weakens your resilience for life. 5. It scars your integrity irreversibly. Your reputation with yourself is hard to rebuild. True integrity is your private reputation, the trust you have in your own word and strength. Once broken by begging, it leaves a lasting scar. You know you compromised your principles when it mattered most. Friends, future partners, and especially you will sense this fracture. Seneca warned against making troubles heavier by bemoaning them. Begging does exactly that, turning a clean break, which allows growth, into lifelong regret. Even redemption requires acknowledging the lapse, but the memory of kneeling for love lingers as a permanent reminder of when you chose weakness over dignity. Today, meditate on Epictetus's words. Don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do happen, and you will go on well. Apply it to your situation. If this helped, smash that like button, share with a brother in need, and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. Remember, your integrity is your legacy. Protect it fiercely.